So Les the a-hole, the Assis, has got to be one of the biggest babies in the knife world. Now, we gotta rewind back to the Benchmade Infidel and go through the course of action that has occurred since I've produced the OTF paper test and the phone calls to the military and police departments. Well, the big baby made false claims to YouTube that he owned my copyrighted material. So, of course, I filed the DCMA with YouTube, got my videos reinstated because there was no violation, and I reported it to the Better Business Bureau, but of course they're a bunch of pathetic pansies as well and don't do anything, but you'll find what they said in the case to be very entertaining. So, of course, I filed the case with the Better Business Bureau serving Alaska, Oregon, and Western Washington because Benchmade is located in Oregon. So it is case number 2220848 if you ever want to look it up. I said that the company Benchmade had made false claims to the copyright of my video content on YouTube, that I filmed videos, recorded audio, and that the content all was belonging to me. And Benchmade made falsified claims that they submitted to YouTube saying that they owned my copyrighted material and it was a violation of my First Amendment and harassment. And I wanted to note to the Better Business Bureau that it was a reckless disregard for U.S. laws and that I wanted it to be noted on their Better Business Bureau record to reflect the company's ranking. So, of course, Benchmade did make a retort to my complaint, and they said that it was inappropriate for the Better Business Bureau resolution because his complaint did not involve a consumer to business or business to business transaction that relates to the advertisement or sale of a product or service, and that I alleged that Benchmade had made false claims to ownership of copyrights, violated his First Amendment, and committed harassment. There is no mention of advertising or a sale. Therefore, the complaint on its face does not meet the BBB complaint acceptance guidelines. Benchmade have been involved in a better part of a year in a dispute regarding patent and trademark infringement, and my company, Roadside Imports, has posted a number of videos on YouTube in connection with this dispute in which I criticize Benchmade and urge a boycott of their products. Then I also repeatedly use Benchmade's logo consisting of the word Benchmade, incorporating a butterfly design in my videos. This logo is protected by both copyright and trademark laws, and Benchmade objects to its unauthorized use. Therefore, Benchmade filed a complaint with YouTube, and YouTube responded by removing the videos. Benchmade does not claim any copyrights with Roadside Imports words or video content. So, my reply back to it was that the BBB has a mission statement that Benchmade fails to understand. So let's point out the mission statement of the Better Business Bureau, which they don't even listen to themselves. The Better Business Bureau's mission is to promote and foster the highest level of ethical relationship between business and public through voluntary self-regulation, consumer and business education, and service excellence. Their mission is to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust by creating a community of trustworthy businesses, setting standards for marketplace trust, encouraging and supporting best practices, celebrating marketplace role models, and denouncing substandard marketplace behavior. So now that the objectives are clearly established by the BBB, it is their mission to report unethical business practices and immoral behavior to the public. So now I want the BBB to understand that this issue is being broadcast on the internet to clearly show the public how the BBB handles matters, and if they simply push this under the rug, that it should put a stain on their reputation as well. The matter is serious, and Benchmade's immoral and unethical matter should reflect their business record to the public that it is sole purpose of the BBB. The statements about the Benchmade logo is invalid because I am not using it against US trademark laws. If Coke put the Pepsi logo into its ads and vice versa to show how the party is inferior than using the logo to show the consumer what an immoral and unethical business Benchmade is and how they produce such items as the Infidel that is inferior to the other products on the market, is clearly not a violation, and the ACLU would be a deciding factor on this because a class action lawsuit is underway because of these matters. But it does need to be reported to the Better Business Bureau because it is their mission to report unethical and immoral business practices to the general public, and Benchmade's reputation with the BBB should reflect such disgraceful and disgusting practices. Furthermore, trademark law protects names and logos, including names and logos of brands. Now, copyright law, on the other hand, protects such things as artwork and songs. Making claims to copyright infringement when speaking about trademark is not a valid claim to copyright. So there is a fair use doctrine in the United States where copyright law that allows limited use of copyrighted material without requiring permission from the rights of such holders, such as a scholarship of review. It provides for legal non-licensed citation or incorporation of copyrighted materials in another author's work under a four-factor balancing test. Also in the United States, trademark law includes a fair use defense, sometimes called trademark fair use, to distinguish it from better known fair use doctrine and copyright. As with copyright law, the trademark fair use doctrine is premised in significant part of the First Amendment, which guarantees free speech. Fair use is consistent with the more limited protection granted to trademarks, generally specific only to the particular product, market, and geographical area of the trademark owner. So this information would be extremely important to the Better Business Bureau because the business of this size and reputation should understand that the fair use doctrine and knowingly understand that I did not violate anything and that the immoral and unethical business practices of limiting free speech is a disgraceful and disgusting practice, and the BBB should be noted, and the Better Business Bureau's record of Benchmade should have this stain. Now, of course, the BBB is about as useful as a politician, so of course they didn't do anything, but it needed to be verified and documented for the class action lawsuit with the ACLU. Then if you're a YouTube viewer, then you also know that all the videos were reinstated because there was no real solid proof of any of this poppycock crap that Les the Harasses came up with. So anybody with their right mind can see that it is Les the Harasses' business tactic to harass and litigate and just go on and on with people to get his own way, just like a little baby that he is.